Welcome back. Today I want to take a look at a recent designation by OFAC. Before we get into that, please note that what you hear on Compliance Kitchen is not legal advice and it should not be taken as such. So going back to this designation, this is from February 3rd. We had a press release from OFAC noting that they designated a what appeared to be an NGO called World Human Care. This was an organization established by the Indonesia-based designated or previously designated terrorist group and it was established to provide financial support to this extremists group in Syria under the guise of humanitarian aid. Now, the terrorist organization itself that established World Human Care was designated by the State Department back in June of 2017. And as the Undersecretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence explained, this is an action to expose and disrupt this terrorist organization's deceptive efforts to use a purported humanitarian organization for illicit purposes as a front for collecting and transferring funds. So World Human Care was accordingly designated for having materially assisted, sponsored, or provided financial material or technological support of the Majelis Mujahideen Indonesia, which is the terrorist group that was designated in 2017 and is an entity whose property and interest in property are blocked pursuant to Executive Order 13224. So a little bit more on the World Human Care's fundraising activities for the terrorist organization that formed this pretend NGO. So the World Human Care has been used as a front to raise funds to support violent extremist activity. The organization has engaged in some legitimate activities. The main objective, however, was to serve as a cover to raise money for the Majelis Mujahideen Indonesia terrorist organization and for its sympathizers in Syria. According to OFAC, in early 2016, World Human Care transferred money to Syria, but not only for humanitarian needs, but also for weapons and for fighters there in Syria. And in one instance, World Human Care sent funds and equipment to a Southeast Asian foreign terrorist fighter in Syria. So, as usual, when a company or an individual gets sanctioned by OFAC, all property and interests in property of such an entity or person and any entities that are owned directly or indirectly 50% or more by the sanctioned entity, and that's individually or with other blocked persons that are in the United States or in the possession or control of U.S. persons, must of course be blocked and reported to OFAC unless authorized by a license, could be general or specific license issued by OFAC, or otherwise exempt. OFAC's regulations generally prohibit all transactions by U.S. persons or within the United States, including transactions transiting the United States that involve any property or interests in property of designated or otherwise blocked persons.